Several months ago I went to a psychic for the first time, and a man I had never met used coconut shells and a Congolese spirit to give me a reading. I was surprised at how insightful he was. The psychic told me that when I enter a room, I immediately tap into the history of the place, the events and the people that have gone before me, and tell the stories of the energy that remains behind. Growing up Mormon in the 80s and 90s, I didn't know a single person who was gay. I grew up thinking homosexuality was a sin and something that could be cured. It wasn't until 5 years ago, in my early 30s, when I finally came out of the closet, a few years after my sister did, and a few years after I had a few children. I finally started meeting other gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender individuals, and I began learning about LGBT people around the world, in every community, in every country, in every congregation, in every family. I began learning about the history of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. There are so many stories across history, millions of them. Some of them unbearably sad, and some of them powerfully triumphant. LGBT people are politicians and athletes and scientists and writers and actors and activists, and our history is the history of every person. Yet, with rare exception, this history isn't taught in schools. It has to be sought out. Here on Snapshots, I want to start sharing that history, the good and the difficult, the triumphant and the tragic. I want to tap into our history from the events and the people that have gone before me and tell the stories of the energy that remains behind. I plan on sharing one post daily from here forward, cycling through 8 different topics: LGBT historical events, transgender stories, lesbian stories, LGBT in fiction, gay stories, bisexual stories, LGBT policies in law and religion, and finally LGBT friends and foes. Check back daily for new posts, make sure to click like on the page, subscribe, and share with your friends. If you want to see more of my personal writing, check out my blog at www.snapshotsofchad.com, and I'll see you here tomorrow with the first post.